in the skill sector, along with faculty and technicians in their respective disciplines. The technical world is adopting industrial revolution to get the maximum benefit from it. Education 4.0 houses these changes that are associated with Industry 4.0. Education 4.0 will not only enhance the skills of the students, but it will also let the students have better employability and preparation for the future with an improved return expectation on educational investment. Data science helps these organizations to not only convert the raw data into meaningful information, but it also lets them predict the future market trends by visualization of the data and analyze it with the help of various tools. Amity University Lucknow is organizing this faculty development program to train the next generation educators. The vision of this FDP is to enhance the quality of education imparted in institutions by providing faculty members with a platform to learn all they need to know about data science and analytics.
It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. With this, on behalf of the dignitaries of the event, may we have the lighting of the lamp.
Abhishek, sound is not there, beta.
Abhishek, when you are sharing, please use the sound option from the above.
Abhishek, click on use system audio while sharing the video.
I think there is some issue with the Teams because he's sharing the sound, but still it's not coming.
Okay, please go ahead with the program.
Okay, sir.
Just try once more, and if it's not there, we'll go ahead with the program.
With this lamp lighting ceremony, may our lives be filled with the bright light of happiness, joy, and prosperity that builds the path which instills within us a zeal to illumine everyone's life around. Leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. Our Assistant Pro Vice Chancellor and Director, Amity School of Engineering and Technology, Wing Commander Dr. Anil Kumar Sir, is a profound man of vision and a storehouse of immense knowledge. He has always acted as a beacon in the lives of students who come under his guidance. To give a warm welcome to everyone, may I take the pleasure of requesting our Honorable Assistant Pro Vice Chancellor and Director ASET, Wing Commander Dr. Anil Kumar Sir, to address the gathering.
Thank you, Samvi. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Thank you. Our esteemed chief guest, Professor Dr. Manpreet Singh Mannaji, former Director AICT, and Professor Sant Longowal, Institute of Engineering and Technology, Punjab. Our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Sunil Dhaneshwar, in absentia. Our honored speaker, Professor Dr. Salab, Dr. Arvind Pandey, Dr. Amod Kumar Tiwari, Professor Dr. Manju Agrawal, our industry expert from Cape Gemini, Mr. Anant Avasthi, Dean, HOIs, heads of the department, and participants from all over the country. A very good morning and a warm welcome to this inaugural session of 5 days faculty development program on data sciences with statistical methods. This warm welcome is not only on my personal behalf, but on the behalf of our founder president, Dr. Ashok Chauhanji, our Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhanji, our Chairman, Lucknow Campus and Chancellor, Amity University, Haryana, Dr. Asim Chauhan, our very own Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Sunil Dhaneshwar. A very warm welcome to all dignitaries, speakers, participants, and our honored chief guest. As you may be aware, data sciences applications have become all pervasive, and the scope has extended to all the branches of engineering and pure sciences. Management sciences, life sciences, biotechnology, pharma sciences, social sciences, and psychology. Hence, it is no surprise that we have participants from all discipline and from all corners of the country. We have participants from Jammu Kashmir, Assam, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka. A very warm welcome to all of you. As per latest global skills report by Coursera, India ranks 67th overall in data sciences skill. As per the report, although Indian learners have been ranked with high proficiency in cloud computing, that is 84%, machine learning 53%, and 54% in mathematical skills. But in data analysis and statistical programming, we rank at only 25% and 15%. Though one may not fully subscribe to this report, however, it highlights the importance and the relevance of the topic of today's faculty development program. We are indeed grateful to AICT Atal Academy for financially supporting and sponsoring our FDP. No wonder this learning marathon ranks in Guinness Book of World Record. We look forward to a healthy and rewarding experience during this FDP so that we can impart distinct qualitative edge to our undergraduate, postgraduate, and doctoral teaching, and the scholars who are ambassadors in this new normal, of this new digital world that perhaps has dawned too soon due to pandemic. We foresee a tremendous opportunity, intellectual and economic, in this frontier of knowledge paradigm. Happy learning to all the participants. Thank you once again all very much for joining us on this virtual platform. Hope very soon we would be able to host you and offer you our hospitality in this wonderful, charming city of Lucknow, that is Tehzeeb and Shari. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir, for your golden words. Amity University Lucknow campus is a constituent unit of Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, and it was established in the year 2004 with the sole objective to impart research and innovation driven education in the region. The 40-acre state-of-the-art campus is a fine blend global education, training, and research within academic ambience. With the latest teaching methodologies, AULC offers UGC recognized undergraduate and postgraduate courses in multiple disciplines. Amity University, due to its dynamism and persistence in seeking and adopting innovative methods to improve the quality of education, has now established itself as one of the leading private institutes with NAAC A+ accreditation and is the only non-profit organization to be ranked among 200 by QS. Let us now go through a virtual tour of our very beautiful Amity University Lucknow campus.
this video gave you all a glance of what our campus looks like. It's not just the beautiful buildings, but also the students and the ambience which makes this campus so beautiful. Professor Dr. Manpreet Singh Manna is the former director at AICT and professor at SLIET. Sir has more than 2.5 decades of glorious and versatile experience in the spheres of research, education, and administration. His prime areas of interest are smart grid, renewable energy sources, electric vehicles, and electrical machinery. Sir is currently an executive committee member at Prakash Bharati, consortium of IEEE Photonic Society Chapter of India. Sir has been honored with awards of appreciation on the lines of President Award from Honorable late Sri Pranab Mukherjee, the former President of India, during the launch of Swayam platform in 2017. Along his journey as an academician, he has organized many FDPs, workshops, and seminars to deliver a greater learning experience to faculties and students. He still continues to play his role as best as possible by joining and remaining active with establishments like AICTE India. May I now request Sir to address the online gathering.
Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to me to be interact with all of you for this very important topic, FDP. There are many faculty development programs are happening through this AICTE, Atal Online FDPs in India. And I think I have witnessed around 100 plus FDPs in different capacities as a resource person or maybe a chief guest or a guest of honor. But the topic which has been taken over here, it's really need of hour, especially when we are coming for the new tomorrow after this pandemic situation. This is the one area in which our faculty has to be get trained. Then only they can bring this awareness among the students and they can make a new readiness amongst these students. So I wish to be share my screen. I'm sure I have given this rights. Yes, I could see. So just let me know if you can see my screen comfortably. And so accordingly, I can take my as per scheduled time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. So before I start, I'll give you one interesting story here. I started my journey for the SWAYAM in 2016 when this opportunity was given by Government of India, Ministry of Human Resource Development at that time. Now it's a Ministry of Education, along with my very honorable chairman of AICTE, Anil Sastry. I was executing the program. There was a big database. There was a coding happening around this because the Microsoft is one of the company who was assisting me to be platform vendors appointed by Government of India. You know one thing, when it was to be about to launch, and most of the courses we have taken from NPTEL and the EGPG Pathshala because we have taken a CEC in confidence, UGC in confidence, and NIT-TTR in confidence, IIMs in confidence to be take their data to be published. You know, the very first through at that time of my additional secretary R. Subramaniam, later on he became a secretary of higher education. Presently he is a secretary social justice empowerment. You know, Amity University, the very first private university, approached to SWAYAM director, founder director, sir, we also wants to contribute to the nation. We have our contents. We have our own studios, sir. I visited. I personally met to the founders of the universities. Yeah, the younger son, the great man, along with all, you know, the vice chancellors of Noida, deans, and it was a round table discussion. And I proudly say here, the very first university MOU was signed with the SWAYAM was Amity University. That's one story I just wanted to share before I'm going to start with today's topic. It does mean that Amity has that icon, that courage, that vision to be reach out to the world with their prospective plans. Today, we are going to discuss something about the data jobs for new tomorrow. is what I just want to share. Although you have given me 20 minutes, and please excuse if I will take 25 minutes, because the topic is so wide, so broad, and it is a significant also. So if today I will skip something to tell my friends, my colleagues, my teachers of the country, then tomorrow there will be an issue. So I have to take little more time. So please excuse me for that. We have the different roles in this, data. I'll tell you, in 3 decades before, when we were in the school and colleges, we used to discuss, oh, there is a First World War, Second World War, and there will be a Third World War, oil war, this war, means theme of the war. I personally, it's my personal opinion, my view. If the Third World War is going on, yes, it's going on. Whether we can't see or whether we can sense, it is a totally data war. So we need the data warriors. We need the soldiers to protect the data. It is all data. It's big data. It's data. So data analysts are responsible for a variety of tasks, including a visualization, munging, of course, processing. I'm going to link with each and every position along with your current situation. I know that those are listening to me, they are not the defense people, of course. And those are listening to me, they are not working in any corporate, in a Wipro or maybe Infosys or maybe in a Tata or somewhere in different bodies. But they are the faculty of university or an institution or a standalone college from where they joined this FTP. So dear friends, I'm going to link directly with you only, not taking examples of the defense soldiers or other. Of course, it is linked with everyone, but I'm going to link with you. You very first, you listen the data analyst. What are the data analyst skills? Mathematics and statistics, of course, programming languages like Python, SQL, machine learning concepts, data models, web development, of course, management mapping, Microsoft Excel. I have taken, of course, Hive applications or Pig applications, we generally call it. Just take a pen and paper. You must be thinking, sir, it is an inaugural session and you're asking to make a notes. Sorry, dear, the moment the FTP starts, I think the learning starts. So being you have invited me a chief guest, but I must make my role comfortably. Please make a note of it. At present, if you are a faculty, you must be the faculty of one department. Of course, maybe a computer science or electronics or maybe statistics or mathematics. You may be having an additional position like maybe a dean or a director. Even I was wondering, as per UGC AICTE, it's a new designation I have seen. There is no such, I'm sorry to say, because I'm from ministry, I should say, there is no word like assistant pro vice chancellor. Yes, pro vice chancellor can be academics, pro vice chancellors can be administration. But there is no any mandate by UGC, AICTE or any regulatory body in my country. There is a designation. Anyhow, the management will take care of this and they should redesignate it, because assistant word has never come before the revoke and this kind of higher academic positions. The world's highest academic position is the vice chancellor. And after that, of course, the chancellor, who's the governor or maybe the founder or maybe the chairperson of the university. Anyhow, so now I'll come to the data engineers. Okay, I hope by the time you have taken your copy and pen and piece of paper to write something. Okay, start writing. Are you not evaluating the students? Sir, yes, we are evaluating the students. You are evaluating the students. Have you gone through with the new education policy 2020? How we are going to make this arrangement of the multiple entry and multiple exit? Yes, sir, we have to make the arrangement. If the student after 1 year he wants to say, please let me go out and do something out of the box and out of the world. I have spent my 1 year, give me certificate. Yes, you have to give certificate. After 2 years, he's asking for diploma. You must give a diploma. If you are not making the data acquisition at the right time, I think you will be not in position in 12 months to be given the right aptitude, attitude, and of course, competency chart. We should be in position to issue a student every year one new certificate, which is derived name I have already given to the UNESCO because I'm the member of the UNESCO from India for one new term. I can't disclose here because it's a confidential. By August 10th, you will come to know some new term is coming throughout the world for the education sector. But here I would like to say GCC, Global Credit Certification. You go anywhere after 1 year, these credits will go with you. तो जहां जहां चलेगा मेरा साया साथ होगा. What is that? The 1 year of competency you are carrying with us, you need not to be repeat these courses or this curriculum wherever you are going to take admission. Switching off 1 year of a BA and you are going to join some other program, you are carrying your English with you, the curriculum which you have already studied. That is because of ABC, Academic Bank of Credit. Yes, it is as per NEP 2020. And what the data engineers will do, that is the data analyst. Data engineers build and test scalable big data ecosystems in your university. I have taken one example of student data. I'll come to the second data. Are you not planning to be put your data in NIRF this year? You must be. Being a METI has a name. You have to be NIRF. Are you not preparing for your sometimes AQAR, or you are not planning for a cycle 1 of NAC? Oh, you are also thinking for NBA. That's great. Sir, not even NBA, we are thinking for ABET or QS ranking. Wonderful. And sir, we want to become the UP's first university to have the ISO 21001. I think most of you know. If you don't know, please approach me. I'll make you meet the right people at the right time to get the first university in UP ISO 21001, which is exclusively for the educational institutions. What we required there, just think. You go for any kind of accreditation, you need a data, not for 1 day, not for 1 year, 5 years assessment period. What we have done in 2016, we have to produce before the committee 2021. And if you do not have the data, because many faculty comes and go, many note-taking staff joins and go, and we lost many of our friends during this COVID. But have they not contributed to the system? They have contributed to the system. Don't you like to be publish their work before the authorities? One of my friend who left and he maybe joined a university in London, but sir, he published something during my stay here in the MIT, maybe a patent, maybe a research, maybe a project, and of course, maybe any kind of consultancy he could bring during his stay. Data. So data engineers have to do their own role. That is a data engineers to update the existing system. You talk something about the ERP. These are the people. These are the people to be work on your ERP features, new features. I'll tell you a story, very interesting story. I'll tell you. Keep noting it. Data administrator. Who's that? Sir, next year we have to go for SSR. Okay. क्या चाहिए आपको? Sir, मुझे कितने मेल हैं, कितने फीमेल स्टूडेंट्स हैं, वो कैप्चर करना है. ओके, और क्या करना है? सर, हाउ मेनी फैकल्टी हैव द H इंडेक्स ऑफ दिस, I इंडेक्स ऑफ दिस. अच्छा, और क्या चाहिए? सर, व्हाट इज द SFR, हमारा स्टूडेंट फैकल्टी रेशियो कितना है? दिस इज व्हाट यू वांट. ओके, आई एम अ डेटाबेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर. I will put this riders features in ERP. By default, we are going to generate the BB reports. So you people are uploading the data every year when the admission comes. When the faculty joins, your HR is doing their job, admission cell is doing their job, of course research domain cell is doing their job, and it is a data administrator who's working for the database for the enterprise and grant of revoke its services to be employees. अभी तो बात शुरू हुई है. Machine learning engineer, what is that? Machine learning engineers are high demand today. However, the job profile comes with its challenges. Apart from in-depth knowledge in some most powerful technologies, he knows SQL, he knows REST, he knows APIs, but he doesn't know how to interface A to B. There is no way. I'll tell you, very interesting thing. I think most of you must have gone through with the Google Classroom. Yes, from last 1.5 years or maybe a couple of years, you must be using a Google Classroom. I am agree, because I can't ask you to unmute yourself and speak, but I will go for interaction if organizers allow me to interact with some of the faculty members after my talk, because time is given very less. 20 minutes never makes me to get comfortable. Anyhow, in the Google Classroom, what you were doing? Scheduling the class? Yes. Putting the assignments? Of course, sir. Conducting the quiz? Yes, sir. We conducted everything, sir, from Google Classroom. Have you checked the one rubrics word in the Google Classroom? Right hand side at the bottom when you are scheduling something? Yes, sir, it was there. Have you ever tried it? सम ये से सर खोला था, कुछ समझ में नहीं आया करके बंद किया। नहीं सर मैंने ट्राई भी किया था लेकिन वो मैप नहीं हो रहा था। दैट्स व्हाट माय डाटा मैनेजर machine learning engineer is come in picture, because every university have their own mandate, their own mission, their own vision, which is mapped with the program outcomes, and based on the program outcomes you have made a PSO, that is program specific outcomes, and of course every course having the course outcomes, and it is a purely mapping, and 250 marks out of 1000 marks for the SSR self report. You know, that is the self report we have to submit before the NAC for DVV. You must be aware about this. It is rubrics. And I conducted, I think, many workshops in many universities, but still they say, sir, it is core mathematics, sir. ये तो Excel sheet है, sir. ये तो कंप्यूटर वालों को आता होगा. अरे भैया, फिर आप यहाँ क्या कर रहे हैं? फिजिक्स वाले को रुब्रिक्स नहीं चाहिए, केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग वाले को रुब्रिक्स नहीं चाहिए, उसको ब्लूम टैक्सोनॉमी नहीं लगाना है. Don't he has to see the attainment of the levels of the different cognitive positions? Remembering कितना हुआ, अंडरस्टैंडिंग हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है, बच्चा एनालिस कर पा रहा है, क्या बच्चा क्रिएटिव लेवल तक जा पाया? द सिक्स्थ, छठा पायदान ऑफ द टैक्सोनॉमी. अब तो ये मैंडेट कर दिया एनईपी ने, आपको 6 के 6 पायदान लेने हैं बच्चे के, तभी आउटकम बेस्ड एजुकेशन की बात होगी. और इस सारी चीजों के पीछे क्या होगा? बच्चे से एक्वायर किया गया उसका डाटा. अब मैं आपको 4 शब्द बोलने जा रहा हूं, प्लीज नोट कर लीजिए. अगर आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी में आपको एक्रेडिटेशन करवानी है, या रेगुलेटर के साथ बात करनी है, या आपको इंटरनेशनलाइजेशन करवाना अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी का, you want to do for internationalization, you have to go for one particular standard as per AIU, Association of Indian Universities. You know, 4 things: data acquisition, data mining, data manipulation, take it in a positive way, data manipulation and data presentation. इन 4 में से कहीं भी आप चूक कर गए, you are missing the train. You are missing the train. What is a data scientist then? Scientist word, we have put a word scientist. Imagine how big word is. Scientist means he must have the knowledge of science, and here it is a data science. What is that? It is when you are going to take a garbage in, it will be a garbage out. Most of the students in my country, I used to say in the class, beta, why you are downloading the things without sensing it? Is it your required? No sir, laga maine download kar liya. Half of the computers, half of the hard disk in my country filled by students, of course my friends and colleagues, maybe including me, it's a junk data, irrelevant data, unauthorized data, unvalidated data. It's a dirty data. Do we have some filterization? एक बार PhD करना शुरू करो, फिर पता चलेगा कितने पेपर्स डाउनलोड किए थे, काम आए 5. Out of the 5 papers inferences, you are going to make your gap analysis. Out of the 5 papers, you are going to make your algorithm. Out of these 5 papers, you are going to make your future extension. And you have done your PhD, you become a doctor. But you downloaded 500 plus papers because it is now one click away. Remember the day 20 years before when you were doing the PhD, you have to take a leave from your campus. You go to a University of Roorkee like places and taking the journals in the library, sitting whole night and getting the photocopy from there to pay money to the photocopier guy. Then coming back to your campus and doing the literature review. Ask your seniors, ask your professors, they will say how difficult it was for the literature review. PhD के 5 साल में 3 साल लिटरेचर रिव्यू होता था, और आज बच्चा महीने बाद कहता सर मैंने लिटरेचर रिव्यू कर लिया. क्या कर लिया? सर मैंने इतना पेपर डाउनलोड कर लिया, सर मैंने इतनी ई बुक्स डाउनलोड कर ली. भैया कंप्यूटर थोड़ा ना PhD कर रहा है, वो तो तू कर रहा है. साइंटिस्ट बनना पड़ेगा मेरे भाई. यू हैव टू रीड द पेपर, यू हैव टू स्कैन द डाटा, देन यू कैन गो बाय making your better decisions. See the last line, companies in making better decisions, that is a data scientist. Who's the architect? These are the roles, you know, the new roles for the new tomorrow from the data, because tomorrow you are attracting your students to become to this area or this field. That's why you are conducting this FDP. So you must know what are the branches and areas. I will tell you the scenario also, India and abroad. Just be with me for next 15 minutes. A data architect creates a blueprints for the data management. हम क्या करते हैं? चलिए सर हमें NAC पर जाना है, NAC पर जाना है ना, तो मैं इतना बड़ा चार्ट मंगवा लेता हूँ, मैं PERT CPM बनवाता हूँ. सर ये आपकी टीम रिसर्च देखेगी, सर ये आपकी टीम एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन देखेगी, ये आपकी टीम मुझे एडमिशन का डाटा देगी, ये आपकी टीम जो आपको कंट्रोल एग्जामिनेशन बिठा रखा है मुझे ये बताएगा पास आउट कितने हुए, फर्स्ट सप्ली कितनी आई, 2 सप्ली कितनी आई, कितनों को मेडल्स और कितनों ने आगे जाकर बाहर जाकर कुछ डिग्री ज्वाइन की, कितने सेल्फ एंटरप्रेन्योर बने और कितनों ने गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स ज्वाइन की। ये सारा आर्किटेक्ट पहले बनाया जाता है, ब्लूप्रिंट बनाया जाता है, उनके टीम टास्क बनाए जाते हैं, फिर वो अपना अपना डाटा एक्वायर करते हैं, मैनिपुलेट करते हैं और प्रेजेंट भी करते हैं। पीपीटी इज द लास्ट स्टेज। पीपीटी इज द लास्ट स्टेज। मैंने पहले डाटा इकट्ठा किया, फिर मैंने पढ़ा जो मुझे दिखाना, तो मैंने आज आपको दिखाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं। दैट इज द लास्ट स्टेज। Statistician, very important role, very important role. Any PhD, any regulatory report, either SHA, either your SSR or SAR, or maybe QS ranking or Abbott ranking, anything, without graphs, without analytics, without GUIs, it's nothing. Nobody is ready to read your table. They ask me the pie chart. They've asked me the bar diagram. They ask me something, comparative analysis. cardekho.com, policybazar.com. What is that? इस गाड़ी में ये क्या है, ये नहीं है. Tick, tick, tick. BS6, tick, tick, cross. When you are selecting your destination for a vacation, make my trip. गोवा में ये मिलेगा, तो पौंडीचेरी में ये मिलेगा. What is that? Statistics. Statistics from the history, from the past trends. That's what the valuable insights from the data clusters. But they are helping us to create the methodologies for the engineers. Business analyst, and I should say here the educational analyst. आप कौन है? आप educational analyst हैं. क्या करेंगे आप? आपको अपने कैंपस को प्रकाशित करना है, ब्रांडिंग करना है, डिजिटल मार्केटिंग करना है. कैसे करेंगे? देखते हैं ना, फर्स्ट यूनिवर्सिटी इन दिस कंट्री हैविंग दिस. NIRF में जिसका 6वां पायदान आता है ना, वो भी पता क्या लिखता है? थर्ड कॉलेज इन छोटा सा ब्रैकेट में लिख देगा डिस्ट्रिक्ट. भैया वो तो ठीक है. ये क्या कर रहे हैं हम ये क्या करते हैं कि हम वो ढूंढ लेते हैं जो हम प्रकाशित कर सकें. सब कुछ करते हैं, हर कोई करता है. दवाई बेचने वाला भी कर रहा है, तरकारी बेचने वाला भी कर रहा है. तो यूनिवर्सिटीज को भी अपने आप को ब्रांड करना होता है. So branding is most important, and branding comes with the analyst. If you do not know what is the good in you, how to produce it and how to present it, then there is no use of doing these things. So analytics manager is another very important role in this society, which oversees the data science operations and assigns the duties to their team according to the skills. I should know he is good in what. He is good into acquire data. मैं उसको acquisition पे डालूंगा. He is good into presentation. I will ask him to prepare a PPT. And he is good in computers. I'll ask to do something on Excel sheet. Filter लगाओ. मुझे ये निकाल के दो. Best कैसे निकालना है? Of course, there are some tools required to be learned, and that is a learning. It's going on. Look at here. Strategies outperforming companies are taking to deliver. Just imagine. Leaders are 166% more likely to 2.2 times more likely to have formal career path for analytics, and 75% of leaders cite growth as the key source value from. Just imagine how big role of data analytics, data scientists are there in this whole universe. Leaders, 80% leaders measure the impact of analytics investments. मैं देखता हूँ रोज NSE पे ट्रेंड, सेल बढ़ रहा है कि मारुति बढ़ रही है. फिर मैं टाटा मोटर्स को परचेस करता हूं, मैं उसका 52 वीक का शेड्यूल देखता हूं, उसका 4 हफ्ते का ट्रेंड देखता हूं. वो लो गया था तो कितना लो गया था, हाई गया था तो कितना हाई गया था. तो मैं इन्वेस्टमेंट करता हूं, तो मैं पैसा लगाता हूं. मैं बैंक में अकाउंट खोलने से पहले देखता हूं कि SBI का क्या चल रहा है और PNB का क्या चल रहा है. 60% लीडर्स हैव अ प्रेडिक्टिव एनालिटिक्स कैपेबिलिटीज. क्या करने वाला है ये, कितना विजनरी है, इसका पुराना डाटा बताता है. भैया ये धीरू भाई अंबानी के उससे आया हुआ है, ये मार नहीं खाने वाला. डाटा बताता है, ग्रोथ साइकिल सर्कल बताता है, 20 साल का, 40 साल का. हम हाइड्रो डैम बनाते हैं ना, हम 50 साल का पहले वहां का रेनफॉल का डाटा उठाते हैं कि यहाँ पे रेनफॉल है तो डैम बनाएंगे, नहीं तो डैम क्यों बनाएंगे. देयर इज नो यूज ऑफ मेकिंग अ डैम इफ देयर इज नो रेनफॉल एट ऑल. दैट्स व्हाट 85% लीडर्स हैव सम form of shared analytic resources. 85%. Just imagine how big is this world. Look at here. In India itself, from 2016 till 2019, when you could see how the big cities, the metro cities are hiring the people from this data science. The highest is going to the Bengaluru, Delhi NCR, Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, Chennai. I could not see in others, somewhere Lucknow, although it's the largest state of country having a capital Lucknow, and Amethi Lucknow is there. I visited not from inside, but when I'm traveling Lucknow very frequently, I look at Amethi from outside, and I am amazed. They are so near to airport. They are ambience. Do not we can create one hub of data scientists there? Can't we create the startups for the data scientists, data analytics? Let that one more city name come between the Pune, Hyderabad and Chennai in coming years with this data science hub. And for data science hub, we do not require a building. We just require a people with their laptops. That's it. Must think on it. Must think on it because you have a good research group. I could see those are publishing a very good papers from this area. Look at what kind of the skills we required. SQL, BI tools, of course Excel, Python, and all these 4 top tools are very much delivered by most of the universities of my country. But do we map with the industry 4.0? Do we connect it with some international organizations? Presently, I am very closely working with the AWS and of course Microsoft to be given the industry sponsored labs in many universities. I have already given Siemens 4 labs to the universities, including Northeast. Now I'm working for AWS. I'm an advisor to the AWS because they are coming up. They want to give the lab to the campuses because they want the more data scientists, data analysts. That's why they are giving free of cost cloud to the students to be used on their programs. End of the day, it's either Azure or AWS. 60% of cloud CSP, the cloud service providers, AWS only. Then it comes to Azure. Then small players in the market, and the students are not well versed about their platform, their environment. Tomorrow, how they are going to be generate the BI reports. Let them to be start working in the 6th semester itself with the same company platform, and tomorrow they are going to be hired by them. This is something we have to think on it. We have to think on it. Look at the salary scenario. It's not even a bad in India even. Look at here. It's a 2021 current status. It's a per annum salary in Australia. Just see the Australian dollar, 116K. Even India, it's a very handsome 7 lakh. It's not bad for the start. We are giving the students a start with the 3 lakh also today for the electrical mechanical engineers. But the data scientists, they are going to start with the 7. It's an average. For Germany, see the Singapore. This is across globe the data. Of course, it is again statisticians' work. They work for us and we just published. I'm just publishing. I'm not gathering because many data scientists work on it. Many analysts, they work on it. I'm just presenting and getting the credits out of it. That is the only deal. Here, there are challenges also. When you talk something about this, but the challenges, sir, वो students का data इकट्ठा ही नहीं कर पाए हम. सर मैंने attendance नहीं लगाया. सर online पे बच्चों का पता ही नहीं चला कितने आए कितने नहीं गए. क्या करना पड़ेगा? उसके लिए हमें AI लानी पड़ेगी. Artificial intelligence, facial recognition, Alexa, voice translator. These all are going to become, they are going to replace you if you are not going to go with them. AI is one of the most revolutionary technologies of our time. The current surge in AI research and investment has resulted in an incredible rise in AI applications. AI is very much penetrating in our data scientists, data analysts. So I don't want to replace my data scientists. I want my data scientists to get refined their talent. They should take the AI tools with them. Then they will be definitely in position. Upgrade first, create later. आप अपने आप को upgrade, तभी तो आपने FTP लगा रहे हो ना. All teachers must upgrade themselves for today's generation because you are teaching today's generation, but you learn from the past generation. आपको जिसने पढ़ाया था वो 3rd generation है और आप जिसको पढ़ा रहे हैं वो 1st generation है. तो ये दिमाग में रखिएगा, 2 generation का गैप आपको पूरा करना है. बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेवारी आपके कंधों पे है. आपको पढ़ाया था स्टीम इंजन और आपको देश में चलानी है बुलेट ट्रेन. तो फर्क बहुत अंतर है. ये अंतर को समझ के चलिए, करिकुलम को रिवाइज करते रहिए. यूज NLP, नेचुरल लैंग्वेज प्रोसेसिंग टू स्केल अप योर ट्रांसफर द डाटा. वो जमाने गए. सर पेंटियम चाहिए, सर ये चाहिए, इतना गीगाबाइट चाहिए. अब नहीं गीगाबाइट, कुछ और हो रहा है. जस्ट थिंक ऑन इट, वर्क ऑन इट, देन यू विल अंडरस्टैंड. गवर्नेंस विल प्ले अ क्रूशियल रोल. What our present Prime Minister also said during his first term when he taken oath, I want the less people but more governance. This is the totally mantra of every industry today. They want the less stress, but they want the more productivity, profit, everything. So the governance will play a major role. You take a person of your student as a multi-job performer, multidisciplinary person, multitask manager. Your one guy should know many kind of norms, tools, applications. Refine existing talent. If I'm good in singing, tomorrow I may try myself for as a hero also. So I must work for my body as well as not only my thought, not only my ragha, but I must work on many other areas. क्यों? This is a sine wave. आज से 10 साल पहले आईटी बहुत ऊपर था, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स पीक पे था, आज इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में बच्चे की एडमिशन ही नहीं हो रही है, आज वो ग्राफ नीचे आ गया, कल फिर बूम आएगा. एंड यू नो एवरी टेक्नोलॉजी हैविंग अ एज ऑफ 4 years ऑन एवरेज. अगर आज पाइथन की बातें कर रहे हैं तो 2 साल बाद पाइथन नहीं होने वाली है. There is something new, because where is your COBOL and Pascal today? You have done a lot for that. End of the day, these have the age. Human age is longest one, but the technology age is not that long. So in one life, you have to be transform yourself. मैंने अपना करियर GW Basica से स्टार्ट किया था जब मुझे पढ़ाया गया था Fortran 4, लेकिन मुझे Python पढ़ानी पड़ती. This is totally the data analytics, data mining. Of course, data science, you have to work on it. To become a successful teacher or entrepreneur, you have to drive your students. You have to drive your students for the new technologies and upcoming. उनको बड़ा बनाइए, उनकी थिंकिंग एबिलिटी को बढ़ा दीजिए, उनकी क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग को, उनकी पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग को वास्ट कीजिए. नेगेटिव एप्टीट्यूड लेके आना पड़ेगा. व्हाट इज दैट? टेक्नोलॉजिकल एप्टीट्यूड लेके आना पड़ेगा, बट विदाउट EQ नहीं. प्लीज, इट्स माय हैंड होल्ड एडवाइस टू यू. IQ बड़ा कीजिएगा बच्चों का, EQ को कॉम्प्रोमाइज मत कीजिएगा. द इमोशन क्वोशंट शुड बी देयर, इमोशन इंटेलिजेंस शुड बी देयर with their intellectual quotient. और मैंने तो एक और क्वोशंट को कॉपीराइट करवाया, नोटिनेस क्वोशंट होना ही चाहिए बच्चों में, आप में, बुजुर्गों में. अगर आपके अंदर बचपना जिंदा है, बच्चा मत रहिए, बचपना जिंदा रखिए. बचकानी बातें मत कीजिए, बट बचपना जिंदा रखिए. बचपना जिंदा रहेगा, स्ट्रेस नहीं आएगा. डेटा एनालिटिक्स आर वेरी मच प्रोन टू गो फॉर डिप्रेशन because the whole day they are putting their mind in data and it is very tough. So they have to de-stress themselves because of notice quotient. So please bring the EQ, NQ, of course PQ. योगा करवाएं. आज योगा डे है, हमारा इंटरनेशनल योगा डे है, हम सबने सेलिब्रेट किया है. Their physical quotient should be equally balanced. Their spiritual quotient equally be balanced. Then you are going to create a good data manager, data analyst. So that is the communication skills which I could produce here. I could communicate my words to you. I hope you can understand, and I am sure you can remember at least for a few days what I have spoken today to you. And it is a technical ability. Today we could join. अगर आज कल हमने ड्राई टेस्ट करके वो मिस्टर अभिषेक को बताया होता कि बेटा अपने आप को भी अनम्यूट करना है, और म्यूजिक अगर वहां पे नहीं चल रहा था, मोबाइल से रन करके म्यूजिक अपने आप को अनम्यूट करके चला लेता और वहां पे वीडियो आ जाती, तो दीपक प्रज्वलन की हम वो वाली वाणी भी सुन सकते थे जो तुम नहीं सुना पाए. क्यों? क्योंकि हमने टेक्निकल एबिलिटी को अपग्रेड नहीं किया, हमने ड्राई टेस्ट नहीं किया. हमें पहले चला के देखना चाहिए था कि सरस्वती वंदना जब हम करने वाले हैं, तो अगर म्यूजिक सिस्टम पे नहीं चल रहा तो अपने आप को अनम्यूट करके अपने मोबाइल से भी प्ले किया जा सकता था. This is what the presence of mind, this is what the technical ability, this is what the communication skills, this is what the aptitude has to be keep in mind. Then only we are going to be the data analyst. So that's all. You have given us sufficient time to me. Thank you very much. I could present myself, and you have any questions, queries, definitely I can take. And rest, if you allow me to be interact with some of the participants, I would love to be interact with some of the participants. Thank you.
At the outset, I would like to actually pay my ovation to Professor Dr. Manpreet Singh Manna for having set the right tone and a right setup for this FDP. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So if any query, question comes from maybe from organizers or maybe from participants, I'm available. So I can. Otherwise, and special thanks to Dr. Preeta Sharan, who introduced me here for at least Lucknow branch, because I am well connected with the Noida branch and all. Dr. Preeta from Bengaluru, Oxford College, and she's a great research lady. I believe, I feel She have worth of crores of grants from the different bodies, and she is the core research lady. Thank you, Dr. Preeta. I could see you on the screen, and thanks for joining. Thank you. Thank you very much.
If anyone has
Thank you so
any
much, ma'am,
questions,
for
you
joining.
can raise your hands. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I think one hand raise I could see. Dr. Srinivas, if I could see someone if wanted to ask.
Very good morning to all, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, myself, Srinivas, I am the Director Operations for St. Mary's Group of Institutions, Hyderabad, sir. But I am very much appreciated Dr. Mandeep Singh's lecture. Sir, you are having like a power bank, sir. You are having a lot of syllabus in lot of subject in artificial intelligence, data architect, data engineer, data scientist, sir. Recently, my organization started skill development, NSDC, National Council for Technical Education, and NSDC is the National Skill Development Corporation. We have started data architect, data engineer, data scientist in artificial intelligence skill development for those who are passed out in BTech. In that also, sir, we are giving lectures, but you are the power bank, sir. From the beginning, each and every point I am understanding your PowerPoint presentation, sir. It is very excellent, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for your kind feedback. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So I think organizers can now take forward their program. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to be speak at the beginning. And I'm sure in next 1 week, the faculty, all those are going to take weight because I see the speakers, the very eminent speakers you have selected. The FDP has designed very well. It's a proper brainstorming. You have done it. All speakers are going to be definitely put their best to make this faculty, and 100+ I could see the participants. It's amazing, you know, it's amazing, and it's a right time. I must congratulate the whole Amity group for this selecting this kind of title, and I'm sure it is going to be in a long way. Thank you very much.
Thank you
so much, sir, for such an informative session. Professor Dr. Shalabh is a professor for the Department of Mathematics and Statistics at Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. His research activities are centered on various topics such as linear regression models, econometrics, missing data models, spatial models, big data analysis, artificial intelligence, and many more. Sir is also the author of many books based on such topics. Sir is a life member of the International Indian Statistical Association, National Academy of Sciences, Indian Society for Mathematical Modeling and Computer Simulation, Indian Econometric Society, Indian Society of Agricultural Statistics, Fellow of the Royal Statistical Society London since 2000, member of the American Statistical Association USA since the year 2008, and the list goes on. Sir has been honored with several awards, and some of them are as follows: Bharat Shiksha Ratna Award in the year 2009, National Award for the Young Statistician in the year 2011, Mahalabais Memorial Gold Medal in the year 2011, Vigyan Ratna Samman in the year 2018. With this, may I take the pleasure of requesting Sir to kindly address the online gathering.
Yeah, thank you, Shamavi. Okay, first of all, I must thank you all, and I must thanks Dr. Manna. Dr. Manna, believe me, this was one of the most interesting lecture on data science which I have attended in the past. And as one of the participants said, yeah, you are really a power bank. And I must accept that none of us has been trained as a data scientist. We were pure statisticians. We were trained in theory, doing our BSc, MSc statistics. And as you said that we are not going to, actually we are going to share the responsibility with the three generation. It's not actually three, it is much more than three. We don't know how many are going to be dependent on us in the future. And what you have said, Dr. Manna, I can share you very honestly. We have just started the 4 years BSMS program in the data science, and it took for us almost 2 years to think that how should we design it, and whatever you have said, that is exactly what we have thought. In fact, now I wish that if you had come to us, then possibly this 2 years time could have been only a couple of only months, that you could have told us that what are the basic ingredients of data science, because data science was such a dish which we didn't knew even a couple of years back. Nobody knew. There was only one word statistics. That's all. And yeah, so I am the victim of the time that I was a very simple statistician. But now the time has turned us into people are expecting from us that we have to be in the data scientist. And you very rightly pointed that data scientist is not an alone thing that is going to dependent on mathematics, statistics, and most importantly on the artificial intelligence. Just to share with all of you, means what Professor Manna said, I will just try to give an example that last year we had been contacted by the government, by the Ministry of Defense, to solve one of their very big problem. And believe me, just by using the concepts of data science and artificial intelligence, the problem has been solved in a wonderful way. And now that was means about the analysis of the complaints which are received by the countrymen or the people of the country on the Prime Minister portal. Now they can be solved at a very fast pace as compared to which used to take a couple of months or from 3 months to 6 months time. And now all this government of India ministries like Ministry of Health and DRPG, Ministry of Personal Grievances, etc., they are looking forward for the application of artificial intelligence in the government system, which is surprising. Privates are moving at a very faster speed, but now even the government sectors are trying to incorporate it. And the advantage of using artificial intelligence in the government sector is that all those people who are staying even inside the villages, the advantages of artificial intelligence are going to be transmitted even to them. So I would really thank first Dr. Manna for such an enlightening speech. Right.
Thank you very much for your kind words. Thank you.
Right. And yeah, I will be in touch with you because we are going to begin our program from this year. So I will be in touch with you, and surely we will seek your guidance and experience to in making it more general.
I'll come personally.
Yeah, sure. That will be our pleasure actually. So now let me try to give you a very brief introduction, and this brief introduction goes that well, that was a question that was asked to us. That okay, what is data science? And the problem with me is that okay, I'm a very simple human being, but on my back there is a stamping of IIT Kanpur. So the common people think that okay, the common people cannot think, common people cannot do, but a professor of IT will be able to do it. They can very easily do it. So that motivated and that forced actually me to think what is really data science. And my question is, this couple of years back, we only knew statistics, but now we are going to look into the data scientists. So I have just prepared some slides which will give you an idea that how are we going to transit from statistics to the data science. So let us try to think very simply. That okay, first we have to think that what is a science actually, as Dr. Manna said, a couple of words, data science, scientists, and he combined them together. So I will say, in my opinion, science is something simply an approach to answer a query, a question. We always want to know as a human being that how, why, where, who. Actually, we have to make our friendship with the word W, and that helps us. Now, when we are trying to look into the definition of data, data is for many people that is only a numerical value, but in general for us, this is a source of very reliable information. And what is data science? Data science is simply a scientific approach of retrieving the information from the data. So the first question comes that why should we collect the data? So my simple, very honest answer is this: to quench the thirst for the knowledge. We want to know the reason, how, why, where, how. Means at this moment, the entire world is looking for the reason that why this COVID came. Right? People are trying to find different types of reason. So, in order to get the answer of such queries, the easiest option is that we can collect some data and based on some relevant questions. And we try to answer those questions on the basis of collected set of data. That is the most simple option. Now, when we come to, when we try to relate the data with the statistics, so we know that data is a very important source of information, but the problem with the data is that it is deaf and dumb. It cannot speak itself. And I think most of us have seen a special type of news program which is telecasted for those people who have problem in hearing or listening, something like this. So data is also like this. They try to use some language using their fingers, some symbolic language. So similar is the statistics. That statistics is the language of the data, and we need to understand it, right? And wait, I think Anuradha, this screen is coming again and again on my slides. Can you please control it?
Which screen, sir?
Wait.
So we are able to see you very clearly. Your slides are very much visible. Absolutely,
okay.
No disturbance.
Sure. I can control at my end. Okay. So how the question is that in order to get an answer, we have to collect the data, we have to analyze it, we have to draw the correct statistical inference, we have to decide for the correct statistical tool, and the way to do it, how to get it done. These are the parts of the something which is called as data analysis. So statistics is a science of turning the data into some information which can be used positively in some decision-making process. Now, I remember that Dr. Manna also said at one place about the use of a statistical tool and data. So we know that when we are trying to use the statistics is a language of data. So now we have two options here. One is the data and another is the tool. So now the data can be correct, data can be wrong. The statistical tool that we are going to use on it, that can be correct, that can be wrong. So the rule here, so I have just prepared here a 2x2 table in which you can see that unless and until you are going to use the correct statistical tool on the correct data, you are not going to get the correct decision. And that's my experience as an applied statistician, that when we try to come into the world, I think except me, everybody knows statistics in this world. And that is what here the problem comes. People try to collect the data. Their questions are different. People trying to use the statistical tool. They are not really the valid tools. And finally, what they get, the outcome, then they get badly puzzled that what's really happening. Means it is something like if somebody has got a fracture in the leg and the person is going to a physician because he is also a doctor instead of going to an orthopedic. So that is the same story for the statistics also. So the bottom line is that unless and until we are going to use the correct data with correct statistical tool, we are not going to get the correct decision. So that is the bottom line which you always have to keep in mind. Now the question comes here, how this simple layman statistics got transformed into the data science. And what is really expected from the data science which was not expected from the statistics. And I am the best person who can explain it, because when I did my MSc in 1992, that was the time that computers were coming to India. And I had seen, in fact, I had touched the first computer with my hand only when I was in MSc final. And people will be surprised. We used to work on PC 286 or something like this, which did not have even a RAM or a hard disk. We used to have 2 floppy drives. So it is something like I am coming from a very cave time, something like this. Right. So I have seen those developments, and then parallelly I have seen the role of statistics, that how the statistics got changed. I remember that in our class, when our teacher used to tell us, okay, let x1, x2, xn be a random sample of data. We used to say, sir, how are we going to get that? He said, you just assume that you will get the data, and the data is not so easy to get. Even getting a sample of 30 observation, 40 observation was very difficult. And many times whenever we used to do the research, that was just based on some theoretical concept that if this happened, then we have to use this type of thing. But as soon as these computers came, well, they came to India quite late, but they were available in the foreign countries a long time back also. So, but their advent and rapid developments impacted the statistics also. That has impacted all the corners of the life. So now that impacted the statistics also. Means now the availability of data is itself a big trouble, that how we can handle it. Earlier the trouble was that you cannot handle the data because you don't have the data. But now you cannot handle the data because you have too much of data. You can take a very simple example of your cell phone. Whenever you are moving, whenever you are going there, the Google is transmitting your data. Different types of applications are transmitting your data to different servers, and every millisecond, millions and billions of people are giving their data, and that has to be analyzed. So now with this thing, the concept of big data came into picture, and now with the big data, this kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabytes are not the unit. The beginning unit is the petabyte. Right. And earlier, the emphasis in the statistics was on the theoretical developments because we could not have the computers. So when we started using the computers, then a new area, what was called as computational statistics, that came into picture, and that technique like bootstrapping, etc. They were very popular. But when we are trying to now analyze a complicated situation, so definitely the mathematical analysis also becomes complicated, and then this computational statistics used to help us. And with this computational support, actually the theoretical development in statistics gained more relevance and application. And computation and statistics, they become two inseparable parts of the data science. So this is how the statistics and computation came together. Now, this computers also join into this thing, because earlier when we started these computers were in the range of like PC286. Even getting a RAM of 1 MB was a dream at that time. But as soon as the development of the computer started, this statistics also started playing a very important role. And computer now requires the programming language, software, data management, and many other aspects. And due to this, the areas of application of the statistics have increased. The expectation of the society from the statistics have increased. Now whenever people ask me to do something, they want the data is coming automatically. The data is coming automatically through the web, that is automatically fed into the computers. The statistical analysis is done automatically, and then the outcomes are also coming automatically. So now, with this approach, the topic like artificial intelligence, machine learning, supervised, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning, etc., they came into existence, which are heavily based on the computers. So I would say that data science is not a subject, but it is a combination of various subjects. It has various ingredients like statistics, mathematics, computer science, etc. And the good part is this: every subject believes that that's my baby, and that is the biggest advantage of data science. That means every area, every subject is trying to nurture this data science in the best possible way, because everybody feels that this is their baby. But the objective of statistics and data science are the same, right? Means if you come to the data science now, means I can see that different people from different backgrounds, they are floating the courses on data science. Computer science department, they are also floating the courses. The mathematics statistics department, they are also floating the campus, etc. Right. But the aim of statistics is simply to extract the information contained in the data, and that is also the same as the aim of the data science. So, and believe me, the data science when applied to different fields, you take means any name, hopefully I will say yes, whether this is medical science, means agricultural planning, means you name anything, I will say yes, data science is applicable there. Right. So, and their application leads to incredible new insights. Believe me, I saw in my life the first time the real application of data science and artificial intelligence in analyzing the problem of the country. And then I was in touch with a couple of secretaries of Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Personal Grievances, etc., and the type of experience what they shared us that clearly indicated that yes, means if they know, if we try to help them using the artificial intelligence data science, that can be a wonders for them. Right. So, and now if you come to the data, means why this computer science is coming into the statistics and the data science. The way the data is now collected, that is only in the digital format. Means earlier people used to go and they will write it on the piece of paper and then try to interpret it and try to do the manual calculation. But now the digital data is coming, and that is not so easily interpretable by an individual, because it depends on the machine, process, computer, etc., etc. For example, means if you try to see a text, a photo, or a movie on your computer screen, they are not actually photo movie. For a data scientist, they are the combination of 0 and 1s or some digital letters which are arranged in a systematic way that is trying to give us a different type of picture or a movie, etc. Right. So now the question comes here, Dr. Manna has already addressed it, that what are the expectations from the data scientist and what is really needed to become a data scientist. The first point I would like to address you all, because data science is such a field which is being accessed and which is being learned by people from different areas. First, you have to decide what you really want to become, a doctor or a compounder. What is the difference between the two? A compounder will only work on the advice of the doctor. Whatever the doctor says, he will or she will try to give the same compound of the medicine. They cannot take a decision what is right and what is wrong. But the doctor has this capability because he has been trained to take a decision what is right and what is wrong for the patient. So same is the situation in the data science. When the data comes, data is simply different. That you are the only one who is going to take a call what you really want to do here. Right. So as a data scientist, you have to first decide that what type of tools have to be used. You need to understand the utility of the tools only. Then you can use this. And if the tools are not there, in many cases, I would accept that statistics is not so developed that it can solve each and every problem. So whenever the problem comes, we try to solve it in the best possible way. And in that case, we want to develop that tool. So the question is, what would you like to have among all these options? The simple answer, in my opinion, is all are needed. Sometimes we have to use the built-in tools. Sometimes we have to develop the tools, and sometimes we have to understand the same tool in a different way. Believe me, that's my experience in the last couple of years, when people or the society branded me as a data scientist, or a society branded a simple poor statistician to be a data scientist. But Dr. Manna, my salary has not increased that much, as you said. Right. So what is the now I'm going to address this gathering in the next 3 days from the statistics point of view. So the first question comes here: what really you want to know from the statistics? There are different areas. There are descriptive statistics, probability theory, statistical inference, decision theory. And there is a long list I have given it. The fact is this: you have to actually learn all the things, but definitely these things cannot be learned in a day. You have to gradually do it. And once you start it, and then the journey will begin. And these theoretical developments are very essential for us to understand that what type of computational procedure we are going to use. Means people say, okay, I will use the computational statistics, but I will say, what are you going to use? You are going to use addition, division, multiplication, or what? So for that, the theoretical background is needed. Computational procedure, they have their own limitation, because now even if I ask you to invert a matrix of inverse to take an inverse of the matrix of 3 by 3, possibly you can do, but for a matrix of say 100 by 100, means even many times the software cannot do it, and then you have to use some optimization procedure. So now this optimization procedure, the statistical procedure, mathematical procedure, they are implemented on the data together. And for that, data management is also required. That how are you going to store the data so that it can be used in the software? And all these aspects, not only this, but there are many, many aspects which are logically implemented in a systematic way, and then only correct statistical inferences are drawn. And these types of obtained inferences, they help us in taking the proper interpretation, and they are they are successfully used in the policy formulation, policy prescription, and different types of application like forecasting, etc., etc. So my objective is that without learning the basic tools of statistics, it is not possible to learn the data science. This is what my belief is, because this is my baby. So, but I'm not saying that that other fields are not required. The proper knowledge of all other fields are also required to become a successful data scientist. So now, what is my here role? What is my here job? I simply want to initiate a thought process inside all of you. Believe me, I am a very simple human being. I am not a wonderful teacher who can make you expert in data sciences in the next 3 days. If I had become, possibly, I don't know, what will I do? So I'm a very simple human being. My simple objective is that I want to remove the fear of statistics and data science from your heart. You all are educated, you all are qualified. There is no doubt on your capability. My role and my job is only to remove the fear of statistical concept, R software, etc., from your heart. And once I am able to do it, then the journey begins. So now from the next lecture, we will begin the journey, and I'm sure that you will enjoy it. And yeah, so I would end my lecture here. And Dr. Manna, just for you, one thing. Thank you very much for your SWAYM platform, because this SWAYM platform has given me a wonderful platform, because every year I have taught these courses, and the student strength used to go from 15,000 to 25,000 every year. So that has given me a very good satisfaction to my job, that okay, I'm trying to repay the social debt of my country. So Dr. Manna and all the organizers, including Anuradha and Sanukriti, I can see on the screen, but anybody who is behind the screen, they are not on the screen. I am thankful to all that you are trying to organize such basic concepts, and you are trying to start a new thought process in this society, that you cannot become a compounder, but you have to become a doctor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Salab. Very well said. I think you summed up very nicely the role of a teacher, which is most paramount. That is to remove the fear. And when the mind is without fear, it aspires for knowledge. And we look forward to a very interactive and a very fruitful session from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable insights. Now I would like to call upon Dr. Anuradha Mishra, Assistant Professor, Amity School of Engineering and Technology, to propose the vote of thanks.
I think, Anuradha, somebody has raised a hand, Dr.
Yes, sir.
Swati Sharma.
I can see Dr. Leena and Dr. Swati. Ma'am, you can mute yourself and ask the questions. Unmute yourself, please. Dr. Swati, is there any question? No, Dr. Leena. I think it is by mistake, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So we come to the ending of the the inaugural session. Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. Honorable dignitaries and our most valued guests, it's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks in this prestigious inaugural session of the Faculty Development Program on Data Science and Statistical Methods using R programming. I, Dr. Anuradha Mishra, on behalf of entire Amity University Lucknow campus fraternity, extend my gratitude to AICTE and Atal Portal for its commitment towards the development of quality technical education in the country through FDPs like this. I would like to thank our eminent speakers, Dr. Manpreet Singh Manna sir, Dr. Shalabh sir, for gracing this online platform and sharing their valuable opinions. I'm thankful to Dr. Amol Tiwari sir, who had also joined, but due to some technical error, he just left the meeting. He just dropped a message to me for good wishes for the successful inaugural session. I wish to express my gratitude to Wing Commander Dr. Anil Kumar sir, who is Assistant Pro Vice Chancellor and Director Asset. And believe me, for every minute he has guided me and supported me at every point of time in the organization of this session, be it midnight, be it afternoon, be it morning, every time. Even at 6 o'clock in the morning, I used to just ring him up for the preparation of this event. I take this opportunity to thank all our guests, invitees who took out the time to attend this faculty development program. An event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. It requires meticulous planning and an eye for details. I thank all the faculty and student coordinators, entire Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Department of Electronics and Electrical Engineering, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Department of Civil Engineering, Department of Aerospace Engineering, in who all the faculty members in one way or the other, they just helped me with their support at any time when I required. And thank you so much the IT department of Amity University for their assistance, their technical help. Thank you so much, my dear colleagues, and the willingness to support to me at any point of time. I'm thankful to each one of you. And last but not the least, I would like to thank Dr. Praveen Kumar Mishra. He is assistant professor at Dr. Shakuntala Mishra National Rehabilitation University. He just motivated and supported me at every point of time. Due to his motivation and encouragement, I could conceive this idea. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining for this wonderful inaugural session. And I hope we will have a very fruitful 5 days FDP. I would also like to announce that I had applied for advanced FDP on the same topic. It has also been approved by AICTE. It is scheduled from 25th to 29th of October on the same. I will try to update upon the platform which I will use for the FDP. And I hope those who are attending this this elementary FDP, they would also like to join us for the advanced FDP so that they have a better insight into data science and statistical modeling using R programming. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We will be resuming after a short 10 minutes break with our first technical session.
So I am giving recording a break. We will start in another 10 minutes.
So Anuradha, I will be
minutes.
I will be logged in and I will come back after a
Yes,
cup
sir.
of tea.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.